guys, welcome to the Suburban Hippie Photographer. I thought I'd do a video today in honor of my latest subscriber, Joy. This particular channel has never been that popular, but since I just picked up a subscriber, I guess I should do a video. So the video I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you my newly acquired macro equipment, which doesn't break the bank and gives me what I want. I've only had macro capabilities for about a week and a half. This is something I've always wanted to do but haven't done for lack of cost or lack of funds, or I thought you need a lot of money to do it, but you really don't. So about 10 years ago, I was really into photography, and I kind of fell out of interest. You know, I used to work a full-time job, 40 hours a week, and then I would do about 40 hours of editing per week on my computer of photos, and I really loved it. And then I guess I just kind of burned myself out. So I stopped, you know, for probably 10 years, and then recently my interest has been reignited. So, you know, I went to Florida and I went to Myakka River State Park, and I was trying to take a picture of a deer that was way far away. And I thought, well, I can't get it. So I made up my mind then and there I would get a teleextender, which I've gotten and I've done a video about. But then I wanted to do macro photography, and the thing that's neat about macro photography is when you don't have anything interesting you think to take a picture of, there's the microscopic world, and above that there's the macro world, which is bugs and things like that, and there's just all sorts of things to take pictures of. I have this one picture with a ladybug taking off from a leaf, and to me it's kind of like the macro version of an eagle taking off from a rock. So around you there's all sorts of wildlife, there's all sorts of bugs and things, and you can capture them. So it can make life a little bit more interesting. So for me, for my macro photography, and excuse this video if it's not up to what it has been lately, and that's because I'm not using my 70D, which I usually use to make videos, but my EOS M with the Pancake lens. So hopefully the video will be okay. I don't think it will be as nice as this because this just has some more capabilities. But the first thing I got was I got the 25mm Pancake lens for Canon. It's only 150 bucks, but it's really a fantastic lens. I've checked the reviews and things like that. And they call this little lens a macro lens because it can focus really close, like maybe 6 inches away. And I've actually found in my experience maybe closer than that. But it doesn't blow things up to 1:1. In other words, it doesn't take an ant and make it the same size it would be on the sensor of the camera, as if the ant was crawling on it. So you need to do that, you need 1:1. So you could buy a macro lens. There's a Tamron 90mm macro lens. It's about $400, $500. And you could get a 100mm macro from Canon, which is about $600. But I don't have the money I used to, so I can't afford to spend a lot of money on camera equipment, especially since I'm not really making money with it. It's just a hobby. So I've heard about extension tubes for a long time. So I bought these Movo Extension tubes. They were 50 bucks on Amazon. And what you do with these is you just place them in between your lens and the camera. So this is a 20mm macro I put on there. And I either use the 20mm macro or the 13mm macro with this 24mm Pancake lens. I think I called this a 25 a minute ago, but it's 24. Sorry about that. So if it's really sunny out, you can do a pretty good job if the sun is directly on your insects and your things that you want to take a picture of. But if not, you're going to need some sort of flash. So in order to do that, let me get my triggers out here. The first thing I needed is I needed a way to keep a flash on the camera. Oh dear. But I didn't want to keep it just right up here, because it's just gonna be too much light and too large, too close of an area. So I needed a way to get it off the camera as far as I could. So I bought this bracket here for $7 on Amazon, and it still didn't work. So what I did is I heated it up with a propane torch and I gave it a twist. And the reason I did that is so I could put this cheap flash that I also bought over here like this, and then I have a reflector I'll show you, or down here like this. Now I don't just put it on there like that because I need a way to trigger this. So I have these cheap radio triggers that I bought from Cowboy Studios a long time ago. I think they are maybe $30. I can't remember. So this one's the transmitter here. This little button here. And that goes right up there in your hot shoe. And then I take the receiver right here and I can put it anywhere here I want to. I'll just put it here just for show. And then this flash here is a Neewer Flash, N-E-E-W-E-R. I got this for 30 bucks on Amazon. Now I have a Canon speed light, but I wanted a second flash and I didn't want to spend $300 for one. I didn't need to. So I bought this Neewer Flash. And then this is almost complete, but not quite. I'll show you the finish. So here's my macro setup right here. So I've got a 25mm lens, a 24mm lens, excuse me, a 20mm extension tube. Now that extension tube was 50 bucks, $30 for this Neewer Flash, $7 for this bracket, and then these radio triggers are $30. I had these from before. Now, I don't just put this on there. This is not complete quite yet because I would get harsh light. So then to finish this little ensemble, I put this reflector on there that I got a long time ago. This is called a LumaQuest. I'm not sure if they still make it, but it doesn't matter. You can get any kind of softbox you want. And then I got some Velcro that I put on here. Oh dear, oh dear. So this goes right here like this. And then sometimes I have a plastic sheet that goes on here that makes it more of a softbox. But like this, you see I get my reflections from back here and back here, and it reflects down on my subject because with this lens I have to get really close to my subjects. I have to be like right here. And if the flash was here, I wouldn't get any light here, but I have it up here like this so that I can cast light down. So I can turn this any way I want to, and also this can go on the side like this. You have to make sure you tighten these, of course. So then I have it like this, and the light can come from the back, it can come from the sides, however you want to. And I can do a pretty good job with this little inexpensive system that I have. I'm going to show you, I'm going to put some pictures up in this video, and I will also include a link in the description to some of these pictures. But I've only been doing this for like a week and a half, and I really like it. I'm really enjoying myself. And not an expensive setup here. I got this refurbished. This is 70D. I bought it from Canon probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe. Refurbished for like $700. I've got this 24mm Pancake lens that I bought new off of Amazon, excuse me, for $150. The $50 extension tubes, the $7 bracket here that I bent with a propane torch, so it bends this in. And then I've got these radio triggers that I spent probably $30 for a long time ago from Cowboy Studios. I've got this Neewer Flash for $30, which does everything I need it to be or do. I don't need TTL. I always use my flash and manual. And then I can't remember what I paid for this LumaQuest, but I bought it a long time ago. But this setup here will take some pretty decent pictures, and I will include them in the video. And like I said, I just want to do a little impromptu video in honor of my newest subscriber. So thanks a lot for subscribing.